Hey guys, I have a question for you. Do you ever think that RPG games ever get outdated or unplayable because the graphics are bad or the graphics is just outdated? Alrighty then, guys, that is our topic today. Do RPGs ever get outdated? I will drop my thoughts on that and let's see if you agree or disagree. Alrighty. And now, guys, I've been playing RPG games for over 30 some years. I play a lot of great ones, a lot of crazy ones, like Link for the NES, no other than Final Fantasy for the NES. Also, there are a lot of good games on the Sega Genesis, like Phantasy Star Online, Shining Force 1 and 2. These games are really, really great. The only thing I would say bad about them is they take up a lot of your time, because I find myself, if I truly enjoy the game, I go back and replay that game again when I can actually be playing another RPG. Something like Chrono Trigger, Final Fantasy VII, Suikoden 2. That's just only to name a few. And now, when it comes to graphics on, the 8-bit or the 16-bit, console, to me, it really doesn't make that much of a difference to me when I'm playing an RPG. To me, it's mostly about the action and the story and how enjoyable of the game. Some of the game, it got some of the best and deep story of all time, even more than the modern console. So usually some of the modern console borrow a little content from the past. You know what I'm saying? And now, this game on the screen right now is no other than Shining Force for the Sega Dreamcast. Maybe I'm lying. I made a mistake. This is for the Sega Genesis. But anyway, when I laid my eyes on this game for the first time, I was truly excited. I love the battle system in this game. Even though it's a strategy RPG, the battle system just blew my mind at that time. Even to this day, I haven't seen another battle system like this. In my opinion alone, I'm loving it. I would love for someone else to kind of pick up on this battle system and add a little bit more to it, because back in the day, it was phenomenal. And when I first laid my eyes into the game, I wanted it. But it was a $60 game. It was a little bit too deep for my pocket back then. But finally, I saved up enough. I finally got my hand on this game and I enjoyed every moment of it. And still to this day, I will say this is an amazing RPG and it still holds up. And I will put it on the list. This is a must-play RPG if you are into RPG. And this is one of the great RPG of the 16-bit era, right beside Chrono Trigger. And now, when it comes to the PS2, oh my lord, it had a plethora of amazing and beautiful and must-play RPG. All thing bad about them, some of them is up in price, so you will have to drop $1 or $2 here now. But let's continue. And as I would say this, I want to apologize, folks, for my voice. I'm a little bit under the weather. But on YouTube, it doesn't matter. You're under the weather. It continues. It go on. So I'm trying to continue and go on too. So just bear with me in my scratchy little voice. All right, here we go. I'm continuing. And now, most of the time when people think of great RPG or the 5th generation console system, they forget all about the Xbox. The original Xbox, it also had a lot of great bangers RPG. For example, Crimson Sea, Jade Empire, Phantasy Star Online, just to name a few. Alrighty then, I just want to get that out of the way, just in case you forgot. So the PS2 is not the only place. Check out the original Xbox, because you will be surprised. One thing I would say about this generation of RPGs in this era, in original Xbox and the PS2, there are a ton, a plethora of RPG. It's enough RPG in this generation to last a lifetime or two. And the good thing about them, they got great stories. Some are up in price, some are reasonable. But the good thing is they still hold up to this day. The graphics, the story are just phenomenal. And you can't go wrong. You have a lot to choose from. And I love the series. Just like for the Xenosaga series. That is just amazing. Man, I just wish I had more time to play all of these games. And I know in nowhere in the world I can play all of them. So I gotta really pick and choose which one I want to play. But this right here on the screen right now is no other than Shadowheart 2. I did a video on the first one, Shadowheart. I plan on playing all 3 of them of the series. This is a must play. If you own a PS2, you must play this series. I'm telling you, you will enjoy and you'll be glad that you did. As of now, I'm about 30 hours into this game and I am truly enjoying it. But I will say this game right here in the story, it got a lot of twists. So make sure you pay attention to the detail. Cause right now, I'm enjoying myself. And just to name a few of the game on the PS2 that you should check out, you know, something like Odin Sphere, you know, nothing like Persona 4. And also, it's another one called Shining Force. Like I said before, it's a lot of great RPG on the PS2. It's just so many to choose from. But the best I can tell you is just kind of look them up and see what one that fits your criteria, what you are looking for in an RPG game. And I'm telling you, I'm pretty sure they got something that would set you afire. That's one thing I had to give the PS2 credit for. It is a great place for RPG. And hopefully by the end of this month, Shadowheart 2, I'll wrap it up and beat the game and move on to my next RPG on either the PS2 or my Xbox, the original Xbox. Alrighty, let me continue. And on next, we're gonna go on to the modern console. And now when it comes to the modern console, they still got a lot of great stories. But one thing had improved a whole lot is the graphics. Some of the stories improved, but I will say this, some of the stories in the modern RPG is very, very, very dialogue heavy. And sometimes that can kind of be overwhelming and it take away from the gameplay. That one thing I do love about the old RPG, you know, it tell you what you need to know. You don't have to flesh out the story all the way or overtell the story to try to get you and, you know, related to the character. That one thing the old generation was good about. But these days, some of the dialogue is just overwhelming. And I will say this, I can see how that can turn off new players to the RPG generation because they're not used to having all that dialogue. It's just like when the people reading the book. Some people like to watch a movie instead of reading the book, and I would say the same thing is kind of similar to RPG. You know, people want the gameplay. You know, some people care about the story or they're not too deep into the story. But for the old players like me, you know, the story is where it's at. But even me, being an older player, it sometimes get overwhelming. And I can see newcomers get turned off by that. And one thing I think is really cool about most modern RPG is that it can go from the story straight into the cutscene and you don't even know the difference. That is how far RPG game had came. Or come, whatever you want to say. But the good thing about it, because they are beautiful, they got good story, and some of them got some amazing gameplay. One of the best RPG games I played this year is no other than Expedition 33. It's a strategy RPG. It's like it came out of the middle of nowhere. And it just set the RPG community on fire. That was just one amazing game. I think I got like 120 some hours on there. The gameplay, and it was just amazing. And just my opinion, my thought, the RPG role-playing game, they never get outdated because they always will be an audience looking to play some game they heard about or they seen online, and they just want to go experience the game themselves. And that's one thing that I like about an RPG. It doesn't matter when you pick it up. 10 years from now, 20 years from now, 30 years, the gameplay will always be the same, and the story will always be the same. And RPG, to me, they are about the only game, besides fighting game, that I would say that will hold their own. A shooting game can't get outdated. Yeah, a fighting game can't get outdated, but RPG will always remain the same. That's just my opinion. So what do you think? You think that RPG game will be can get outdated, unplayable? I think they will last the test of time and beyond. An RPG is a great game to have, especially if one that you truly enjoy. Alrighty then, y'all. That's my thought on RPG games. Alrighty then, I'd like to thank y'all guys for coming by and checking out my new video. More content is coming soon. Until next time, peace.